Hey there, this is Justin, also known as the Wrench Head Attorney. Today I'm out here at the airport courthouse working to help keep people out of jail. Today I want to talk about expungements and kind of a checklist you have to make sure that you will qualify. So if you want to try and get an old conviction expunged, you're in the best possible position you can be in to successfully do that. First thing that you should know is not all convictions are expungible, or at least not officially. So pretty much if you have a misdemeanor or nonviolent felony, the likelihood of that case getting expunged is greater than if you have something that's like a violent felony. And pretty much if you have a strike or something to that effect, more than likely that case just can't be expunged. And you're going to want to try and go for something a little bit bigger, like a certificate of rehabilitation. Now, that being said, if you are dealing with a misdemeanor, like I said, or nonviolent felony, the first thing you want to make sure is that you successfully completed probation. Now, there's some instances where some people get what's called an unsuccessful completion of probation. And this usually happens when, let's say, they had like a class they had to do and they didn't do it, and it's been quite a while, and the court just basically says, you know what, instead of violating them, it's been a while, we're just going to give them an unsuccessful completion of probation. Now, this is great for them because pretty much they're off of probation, they don't need to do that class or term, and they can go about with their life. But the problem is, if you have an unsuccessful completion of probation, you're immediately disqualified from ever getting that conviction expunged. So you have to make sure whatever conviction you're working on getting expunged, that you successfully completed probation. The next thing is, it's very helpful if you never violated your probation. Now, this isn't necessarily a nail in the coffin. You won't be able to get it expunged, but it definitely makes it more difficult. So if you ever did something during your probation, like say like you picked up another arrest or conviction, or maybe once again you didn't do one of the terms and they basically put you in probation violation, then you completed the terms and they put you back on probation, that violation can slow down the process of getting that conviction expunged. The final thing that you need to make sure that you've done to basically make sure that your conviction will be expunged is if you have no new convictions or charges. So basically, if you have a conviction from like 10 years ago, but currently you're facing down another conviction or you're on probation for another conviction, you're not allowed to get that old conviction expunged. They want to make sure you're free and clear of everything. So you can't be on probation, you can't have any pending charges. You need to be free and clear to make sure you qualify to have your old conviction expunged. I hope this information helps you. If you have any questions about law or how things work, you're more than welcome to send me a message. I may answer it here in a video. Also, I hope you don't need me, but if you ever find yourself facing criminal prosecution in the Southern California area, go ahead and hit me up. I can help you.